And hi guys, and welcome back to the Anderson Show. I'm Charlene, and I would like you guys to like, subscribe and share, and please leave a comment as well. Today I'm just going to be telling you a little bit about an ordeal that I had on last week Friday, which is the 21st of April. I went to a health and beauty shop in Crystal Palace, and I had one of the worst experiences in my life, to be honest with you. Not only did I feel violated, I felt racially profiled as well there. And my 9-year-old was with me, and her words, she says she felt traumatized. You will be hearing her voice, but just protecting her. You won't see her face, but she's just with me now, but I'll ask her some questions, just how, as a young person, and obviously we'd never experienced that before, how the ordeal made her feel. So I was walking, so my friend and I was walking in Crystal Palace last year actually, and after our walk we thought, let's go and get something to eat. And as we were walking to find something to eat, we saw a really nice little boutique health and beauty shop, so we just popped in just to have a little browse. And while I was there, I thought, oh, let me just ask for something, you know, just to wash my face. And she had said that this black soap was really good, so I said, no problem. Anyway, bought the soap. This was last year, used it a few times, and it was really good, but most of the time my face just agrees with water, so I didn't use it that often. Anyway, fast forward to this year now. I started using it again, and just, you know, really started to see a difference, like, oh, not too bad. But that's only when, you know, the times when you go through changes, hormonal and so forth. So I thought to myself, yeah, let me recommend this to my mum. So she needed something for her face. You know, women, you know, we can go through changes for our skin and so forth like that. So it's always good to keep up with, you know, your health and your beauty, and, you know, it's looking after yourself, not just outside, but inside as well. So I had recommended this soap product to my mother. We went online and actually I ordered 2, she ordered 2. And, you know, I got an email the next day to say, you know, because you're quite locally, would you be able to collect these items? And I was like, yeah, sure, to support a local business and, you know, to save on postage, no problem. So I had emailed them back, I can collect, and I will collect my mum's as well, and told them my mother's name. What happened was, this would have been like the 13th, I emailed them back of April. So the next day, the 14th, I said, right, I'm going to go down there. Hadn't been able to go down there. Fast forward a week later, I thought, right, I can go and collect. It's a small shop, so obviously the product's not going anywhere. So I thought. So I then went to the shop on the Friday. So I picked up my daughter from school, went down to the store, and sorry, let me just backtrack. Sorry, I had called them to say that I'm coming to collect, just so they can get the order ready. And one of the store assistants said, oh, you've collected it already? And I said, no. She went, yeah, we emailed you and you came the next day to collect. That wasn't me. And I would have called you to let you know I was coming. I said, that wasn't me. She goes, yeah, someone came, said your full name, and said exactly what you were getting. The 4 face soaps, and we said it would give you for special promotion, because you collected it, the nail varnish. I said, okay, I get it, but that wasn't me. So this is a telephone call. So it's like God just said to me, go up there on the Friday. So I went up there with my daughter, and went into the store, and I said, hi, you know, I'm Charlene, I'm coming to collect the soaps, but, you know, I had a phone call, I had a phone conversation with someone saying I had to collect. She went, yes, it was me. I gave you, you know, your friend. First of all, they said friend came the day after. The email was sent on the 13th and said your friend came to collect it. And I said, my friend? I said, no. Oh, maybe someone's intercepted your emails. For face soap, I really don't think so. There's a lot of things that I order that it could be more of value to people. Face soap is not one of them. So I said, I don't think so. Someone would come and steal face soap. But anyway, she had called the manager at this point. The manager came out and said, I remember, you know, the person said your name, said Shalene. Well, Shalene is not my name, said your name is Shalene, and that she's had to pick for face soaps, the black soap, and I actually helped her pick out nail varnish. Do you know, for me, when, I'm not saying anyone's lying, but when someone wants to, you know, concoct a story, the story's very long. It's just a really short collecting soaps, but it just was really long. You know, I helped her to pick out these nail varnish, and they were talking and da 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 da, and I was like, okay. So, but where do we go from here? Because I've come to collect, it wasn't me. So I said to her, and what most people would have said, did you ask for ID? No, we didn't. Did you ask to, at least to confirm the name and address or the email address on the order? No, we didn't. But why? Because she came in and she just said your order. We don't get many orders, so we just gave it to them. So I said, that doesn't make sense. I can order anything, post office, this shop, that shop, and I will just walk in and just say, hi, I'm so and so. You know, I'm Jim Joe. Can I collect 4 boxes of trainers? Yeah, sure. Here you go. That doesn't make sense, does it? So anyway, so she's saying now, wait a minute. So I've sat there in a shop with my daughter, and we're waiting. She comes back out again, and she's like, well, I've just checked the CCTV camera and it wasn't you. So I said, yes. I said, what did the person look like? Well, it was a black person, she said. Not saying it because you're black, she said, it's just a black person. And I said, well, okay, it's not like you got a black name. You know, your name could have been, well, Charlene, Shireen. I'm just trying to think to myself, what does that even mean? What does a black name even mean? Even for you to have said that, I wouldn't have said that to anyone, no matter what your name is, you know, because it's a black name, not because you got a black name. But the person that, then it was a different story, because the person that came in was an older person now. So it's gone from being a friend of mine to an older person. Oh, so it could have been your mum. Why would it have been my mum? Why wouldn't, I said, my mum doesn't leave the house, so hence I would have been collecting it for her. And then the person came the day before, so it would have been the 20th of April. But your colleague said someone came the next day after the email was sent. They came on the 14th. So all these stories now are just being mixed up. What was it? Did they come on the 14th? Did they come on the 20th? Was it a young person? Was it an older person? The only thing I got from it, it was a black person that came, because I've got a black name. I don't know this black thing. And then it was like, well, I'm not racist. I said, you're sounding, I didn't say she was, I said, you're sounding quite racial because you keep on saying, bringing up my name or my black skin or something. No. Look, I'm half Jamaican. You can see, you know, she had a picture, I think her brother had passed away. You know, we're black. You know, my dad's half black. We're Jamaicans. Okay, but I don't understand what's that got to do with my products. You know, when people say they're not racist, or well, I'm not racist, I have black friends. You know, 9 out of 10, you know, you can decide. Why would we bring up race if it's got nothing to do with it? And then because I said it's sounding racist, she then got angry. I'm getting angry, she said. Her tone changed, her face started to sink in, you know, her demeanour changed. She got very tense. You know, at the end of the day, you know, you're accusing me of being a racist, she said. I'm not racist. I can't be racist. And I was just like, what's that got to do with anything? Anyway, long story short, we went on because I was with my daughter. So obviously I'm going to keep myself calm and collected. And not only that, I'm not going to go into shop and scream. That's not me anyway. I'm not going to go and disgrace myself or act out of character for anyone. I'm not scooping down to anyone's level. And then she started saying, you know, I said, look, at the end of the day, no, I didn't accuse you of anything. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And then she turned and she was like, I spit on my products. I spit on them. They mean nothing to me. They mean nothing to me. She goes, I will burn down this. She goes, I will mash up the shop. I'm just like, what? I'm like, I'm in my head, I'm thinking, okay, she's not well. She's not well. She probably suffers, or she's been going through a lot. And then clearly when she gets triggered by anything, it just comes out. She goes to me, you brought your 9-year-old child, because I said, my child's only young, can you calm down in front of her? This is not a way to act in front of customers or people. You brought your child here on purpose, she said. And I'm thinking in my head, is it me? Like, on purpose? Why would I bring my child here on purpose? My child was picked up from school. I'm dropping my child off because I'm going out in the evening. So on the way to my mother's, I'm coming by your shop to collect my products that we paid for. Yeah, you brought her here on purpose. Like, I know you had something like planned. You had someone come here and collect the goods. So I was on the phone to my mum. I said, Mum, look, they're not going to give me the goods. You know, that she said she wasn't going to offer me a refund. She's saying, you know, this whole black thing keeps on coming out. Look at the colour of my skin. Look at the colour of her skin. To be fair, she looked more Mediterranean. I wouldn't say, if she said to me, am I mixed race or black, I would have said no. But she keeps on going on about this colour. Why? If it's not a colour thing, most of the conversation was about, because I'm black. Okay, great, we've got that. And then because I was speaking to my mum, because I'm not going to call your mum, she said, I'm going to call my dad down to the shop. Well, at that point, not in a bad way, but I felt kind of, what do I do here? Because I have no one with me, apart from my 9-year-old child. How do we defend ourselves if her dad's now coming down? Why would a woman call her dad on me? Like, what have I even done? I haven't actually done anything. I haven't sworn, I haven't shouted, I haven't disrupted a peace, haven't done anything. So her dad comes down now, and he was just very dismissive. The first thing he said is, he said, why are you doing this? He said, what colour are you? He goes, you're black. Like me, I'm black. I said to him, you look Asian. I said, you don't look black. Well, I'm Jamaican, Kingston. He said, from Kingston, I'm black just like you. Then he rolled up his sleeve, the sleeve of his coat. Then my daughter's fairer skin, and he said, look, I'm almost the same complexion as your daughter. And in my head, I'm just thinking, what is going on with this racial thing? What's this about colour? And I said, you know what, let me just call the police, because I'm done with this. I haven't stolen any goods. You're saying it's my mum came, it's my friend came, I've collected the goods. Why would I be up here arguing over an order, 2 orders for 20 odd pounds? Why would I, you know, to drive all the way up to Crystal Palace? So yeah, and she told us to get out of the shop. So we was outside the shop now, and then when her dad came, he told us to come back in the shop, because obviously his daughter was just saying that she was going to smash the shop up. The shop means nothing to her. As I was saying to be before, she spits on all her products. You know, this thing is nothing. You think, what is this money going to do? You think this money is anything? These were her words, verbatimly her words, yeah? You know, what are these products going to do? You think these things mean anything to me? You think this money means anything to me? I spit on my products. I spit on them. I will spit on everything. That's disgusting. In my head, I was thinking, I don't want to buy anything from you. I don't even want these products, because if that's what you're saying to me now, if that's what you do to your products, I don't want products that she may spit in or spit on them for you to buy them. That's not even, doesn't even sound, that sounds quite demonic. That doesn't even sound good. So we was outside the shop, and that's like I said, the dad came and invited us back in the shop. So he said, let's just try and get to the bottom of it now. Then, as I said, the first thing the dad said is, again, your colour, you're black, okay? And I shouldn't be going on like this. And then the dad said, you know, how are we going to solve this matter? And I'll try to explain. He goes, look, I don't want to hear what you have to say. I just want to know, how can I solve this? And I said, but you're not listening. He said, you're being very difficult. You're being very difficult. You're not listening to me. But I was like, but you need to hear my side of what happened. No. I don't really want to know. He's like, oh, here we go again. He's like, oh God, this lady not listening. And I was like, wow, you're being very dismissive. You know, you don't want to hear anything I have to say. So I was like, you know, whatever, you know. So he said, look, how about this? He goes, I spoke to my daughter. She said that you've got your mum or someone to come and collect the products. My daughter's going to be losing out half the money. So why don't you pay us for half, and you take the other half and you go home? And then she turned me and said, yeah, but I'm not giving you the free nail varnish because someone's collected it already. So I said, are you saying that I've stolen from you? Because you keep on saying I've sent someone to collect it and it wasn't me. Well, clearly someone's decepted your email. You keep on saying that. No one's got my email and password. And I said, not only that, you said last time my mum. So anyway, at this point, she was starting to get angry. I then asked to leave the shop. The dad had his hand over the door. So as my daughter was in front of me, he said, come in, come in, come in. And I felt, at that point, I felt so vulnerable, like they were going to hurt me and my child. I just wanted to leave the shop. My daughter started breathing very heavily. She started squeezing my hand, that she was panicking. And I said, I just need to leave the shop. He's like, no, wait, come in. He was doing this, come into the shop. And I was like, no, I need to leave. My daughter needs to breathe. She can't breathe. Can we please get out? So at that point, it just felt very hostile in there. There was another guy in there that she said that was some 6-foot guy. Said it was her. This is her family. She knows all these people. Another couple of customers that she knows, and her staff as well, and her dad. So it's just me and my daughter, and everyone else is on her side really. This other guy, this tall guy that was there, said I started it because I shouldn't have said the race thing. But she kept on saying about my colour of my skin, that I'm black. So I just said it sounded like she was being quite racist because I was black. No, he said, no, she wasn't saying that. And I know this, I know her, she's not racist. Okay, but then as soon as the dad came, he said again about the colour of my skin, about we're black. So why does it have to be? It's not about a colour, it's not a colorism thing. It's someone's come and collected goods from her words that they didn't purchase, and they gave my stuff away to someone else. So he was like, well, all I'm going to say is that I do feel that you started it. Okay, well, clearly you know her, so you're going to be on her side, but it doesn't matter. So we're outside the shop now. I've called the police, waiting for the police to come. The dad's come out and tried to give me a hug. Look, let's just forget it. Let's just give us half the money and we call it quits. No. So he said, look, are you going to do this to us? We're all black here. Are you going to do this to us? You know, we've already got enough with all other colours. You know, the white man, this man. You know, I said, I'm not really bothered about colour. I said, it's how I feel respected and treated by another human being. Yeah, you can say a black person couldn't offend you, a white person couldn't offend you, Asian, Chinese couldn't offend you. And at the same time, the same group of people can be really nice to you. Are you going to put everyone all in one box and say, well, you offended me, you're black, I'm writing you off? You can't do that. Because everyone's an individual and everyone's been raised differently, their morals are differently, and you have to treat that person and take the person as they treat you and as they are, you know? So I was just like, I'm fed up, please stop telling me about this colour thing. The police finally come, got there 4:30. The police finally comes at, gosh, about a good hour and a bit later. I was there for 2.5 hours. I told the police I had somewhere to go, you know, I had a birthday dinner to go to. They said that they're going to speak to her. So one police was outside with me, one police was inside with her. The female police that came, she just looked like she didn't want to be there, because when she came back out to speak to the male officer that was with me, he said that, well, there was racial aggravation, there seems like there was threatening, she's going to murder. I'm going to murder you. Murder me? I was saying, you're going to murder me? I will murder. So I said, oh, I said, are you threatening me? I said to the lady, the shop owner. The problem is that if there's no crime, I get it, if there's no crime that was committed, the police said they can't do anything. So even if it was an aggravated crime, if they can't prove anything. So I said, well, she's got CCTV camera. Remember it was working? Remember she went to the back to check and it wasn't me on the camera? All of a sudden the police has come, and guess what? Yay, the CCTV camera is no longer working. Oh, it's broken. So you told the police that it was working. Yeah, I only lied when the customer was here, so she'd just get out the shop. Right, so all these lies now. So you lied about the dates. Then someone came in on the 14th of April to collect the goods. Someone came in yesterday to collect the goods. The times, everything you just lied about. And then you lied about now about the CCTV camera. So then the police told me to go away and to wait by my car, which was parked at the Sainsbury's just at the top of the road from the shop in Crystal Palace. So then I was another half an hour, 40 minutes, 50 minutes waiting. Then I got a phone call to say that she's now saying that I had verbally assaulted her and accused her. So I was like, what? How? What did I say to her? Well, because it's he said, she said, CPS won't do nothing about it. You know what? We're done. She's not going to refund you back. She ain't going to give you the goods. Go to, this is what the female police officer said. Go to a claims court. Done. Done. So I said, even though she insulted me in front of my child verbally, she was swearing in front of my child. She was saying the F word in front of my daughter. She even spelt it out. The police said they don't care. It is what it is. It's happened now. Tough. So the guy again was very nice, very apologetic. I even met up with the police officer at the same time. He gave me a crime reference number. And yeah, I just felt really sad, really sad. I thought at that time I went out the shop. I just started praying to God. And they said, we're Christians as well. And then she said, the lady, that shop owner, I'm going to get sage and burn the shop out because I don't like your energy in my shop. Where's the sage? Well, we don't burn sage for energy. I don't know which part of the Bible she read that in, but please show me where where Jesus' followers started burning sage for their energy, please, because I don't. Like I said, each their own, whatever you do, but you know what I do is onto the Lord. So I just started praying, Father God, just help me in this situation. I felt very violated. I felt it was a racial thing. That's how I felt. That's how they made me feel. And my daughter, the father came very dismissive, quite narcissistic, and you know, you just feel quite abused at that point, like especially verbal abuse as well. I felt at one point when he didn't want to open the door, I felt like something was going to happen to us in the shop. And when the police come, they were very dismissive, didn't care. Like I said, the male officer, very good, very nice. The female, she didn't care. It was a very, very cold lady and very cold police officer. Meant to be there to protect the justice and peace. Nah, didn't get that at all. I just got told, he said, she said, oh well, we got better things to do, and they left. So yeah, I just, guys, you're going to hear from my daughter in a bit, but I just want to say, know who you are in Christ, know who you are as a person, know your morals, you know, respect yourself, don't belittle yourself and come down to anyone's level, you know, especially in that, you know, instance. To me, they lied. I don't think anyone came into the shop. When I looked on the shelf, they didn't have the products there. She was going behind the shop to make the product, which she never told me. She did come out with some jars in her hand, but I didn't see what they were. But then after saying that she spits on her products and spits, I don't know, in her products, I would not want to use her products. And just know that we don't have to scoop down to anyone's level, no matter what colour you are. Yeah, try and keep your peace, try and keep your decorum, you know, especially if you've got your child there. There was a righteous anger. You know, Jesus was in the temple, and yeah, he started beating and kicking them out because they were disrespecting God's holy place. So there is a righteous anger, but then we have to pick your battles. Yeah, God said, I will avenge your enemies. Don't feel that every battle is yours. You know, the battle is God's. So at that point, I just really felt to cry. I just had tears down my eyes. I didn't want to let my daughter see me cry. So I've never felt so violated in a shop before. I've never been thrown out for something I didn't do. I didn't even know. I'm thinking, God, what did I do? I didn't even steal anything. I didn't send no one in the shop. Especially for soap. Like, come on. Soap. And I know things are really bad out there. You know, prices are going up, and you know, it's a struggle for a lot of families. But I'm not going to leave my home and burn petrol and then park in to go into a place where I've collected soap. It's face soap. And it's not a miracle like, wow, this makes you look like 10 years younger. Or, what? I would have ordered a much more. It's just a nice soap. It just felt soft on your skin, you know, that's all. And not only that, I just like to support local businesses. And, you know, and obviously I've got my mum to also purchase. And that's what it was. And for that, they made it into such a big bad thing where police was called. Wasting police time. You know, the dad even said, oh, look, you're wasting police time. I've got to pay taxes for these people. Is that how you talk to customers? I'm just going to talk to my daughter. You won't see her face, but she's just behind the camera. So how did it make you feel?
I felt very scared. Like, I didn't know what to do. I felt very violated. it was very traumatizing for me because I remember I woke up the next day and I still felt traumatized. I remember what that woman said, and honestly at the time I was trying not to cry because Belly was in knots, had butterflies flying everywhere. I don't even know how to explain it. But yeah, I was very terrified. She started huffing and puffing like she was very angry and like she was about to do something. I felt very scared. I was going to cry. Again, like my mum said, when he was holding the door, I couldn't really breathe because obviously that's a lot of body heat in only one tiny room. The room wasn't even that big and there was a lot of people in there. For example, all her family members, her friend that she'd known for a long time. And yeah, so I felt very violated, very scared, anxious, terrified. So yeah.
And how do you feel like her behaviour was in terms of the situation, how it escalated so quickly over soap? How do you feel?
Very disgusting. It was nasty. Me as a child, me telling like an older person, like an adult, that their behaviour was disgusting really tells a lot. She was cussing. She even I, if that happened to me, even I as a child would act old enough to be an adult. She was acting like she was 4 years old and getting cranky. That was honestly disgusting. I don't know why she was doing that. Yeah. She wasn't acting mature.
No, because immediately she was like, like my daughter said, she was getting very cranky, she was getting very tense, and she got angry. She's like, I'm gonna mash up this shop. And her dad even said, oh, you don't want to be doing that. Don't let her call the police. She was already arrested for some like a racial motive like a few weeks ago. She was already banged up, the dad said. So I was like, wow, okay, so this is something that you do on a regular then. So
seeing as her dad said that, honestly my butterflies went into gigantic moths, and I kept on whispering to my mum, Pop, stop, don't make her angry, she's already been arrested. Because I was like, God knows what could happen next. I was so scared. When my mum called the police, I was like, okay, when they get here, it'll be a bit more under control. But before my mum did that, I was so scared when he said that. I was like, anything could happen right now. I'm so scared.
That's why we wanted to leave the shop and just stand on the walkway. But even that, the dad didn't want to bring any, obviously, commotion to the shop. Because obviously where Sainsbury's is in Crystal Palace is just a walk down. And obviously it's kind of a narrow road, so there was quite a few people walking past. So he just wanted to keep it in the shop, which I understand. But at the same time, not if you're making a situation very hostile and making people feel very volatile in a shop. Who wants to stay there? But guys, as I was saying to you before, know who you are, know how to carry yourself, you know, especially if you regard, you know, yourself as being, you know, a respected and high moral person. Try not to, in any situation, let yourself be brought down to anyone's level. Doesn't matter who it is, even if they bring up race, you know, class, it doesn't matter. Know who you are and stand up for that, especially know who you are in Christ as well. I really at one point because I had my mum and my sister on the phone, and she was like, Shirley, just stay calm, just stay calm, you know, don't you know, say anything back. But it wasn't very nice. And then when the police came, they said everyone in the shop was cooperating with her story, but they would do. That's friends, family, people that work with her. It was just me and my daughter by herself, so which is fine. And I just said, you know what, I'm just going to give it to God. You know, they said they're Christians, they burn their sage, and they're black, they're from Jamaica. so what's that got to do with you giving away my products? Can I get a refund? No refund, not getting your products, and I mustn't go back to that. I'm banned from their shop. So I just thought, God, that is really unfair. But hey ho, that's life. That is life for you. So just remember, stay well, stay healthy, love yourself, respect yourself, and you know what, don't let anyone else's unfortunate ways, you know, ruin your day. But thank you guys. Thank you. Stay blessed. Like, share, subscribe, and yeah, leave a comment. And yeah, I'm just all. I wouldn't say my daughter's traumatised. I think I'm still taken back, because that's never really happened to me before like that, and then thrown out of shop for them giving your goods to someone else. That makes no sense, right? It doesn't even make sense. Even when I was speaking to the police on the phone, when I was making the phone call, she said to me, yeah, it sounds like it's an inside job. It sounds like they're either stealing or they didn't have the goods. So there you go. And that was from the police's own mouth. So thank you guys, and yeah, I will see you soon.
See you soon.
Take care.
Bye.